Hamster NBC, exclusive investigation in Washington. Behind closed doors, something was being prepared at the U.S. Department of Justice that could change perceptions of the limits of presidential power. It all began with a document, a dry legal opinion written by the Office of Legal Counsel. But behind it lies what is now being called the most secret order of the Trump era. Sources familiar with the situation claim the opinion authorizes deadly strikes against a secret list of drug cartels and suspected drug traffickers. The list is extensive and covers far more groups than those publicly designated as terrorist organizations. In essence, this document gave the administration the legal basis to wage war without declaring it. The president is authorized to use lethal force against anyone the government deems a threat to Americans. Lawyers familiar with this opinion argue that the opinion effectively blurs the line between fighting crime and waging armed conflict. This means the president can now declare drug traffickers enemies of the state and eliminate them without trial, says Sarah Harrison, a former Defense Department advisor. Far from everyone at the Pentagon agrees with this interpretation. Several military prosecutors anonymously told CNN that the new orders seem legally dubious, but acknowledged that no one would dare challenge the Justice Department's opinion. "We can only put our heads down and follow the new policy," admitted one current attorney. Meanwhile, gunfire is already ringing out across the Caribbean. The U.S. military has carried out 4 strikes on vessels the administration claims were linked to drug cartels. The most recent strike occurred just a week ago, killing 4 people on board. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth confirmed the operation on social media, stating that it was part of a campaign to destroy transnational threats. But on Capitol Hill, the main question is being asked: on what basis? Congress has repeatedly requested the legal opinion, the document that underpins the White House's entire new strategy. The Justice Department and the Pentagon have remained silent. Even members of the Defense and Intelligence Committees have not been granted access to the file. There's also debate within the intelligence community. According to CNN, the CIA has been given expanded authority to conduct lethal operations in Latin America. Drones are already patrolling the skies over Mexico. Some experts compare this to a revival of secret Cold War-era directives when counter-threat allowed for operations without public oversight. But there's a nuance that's being discussed behind the scenes. Unlike operations in the Middle East, Latin America is home to a large number of U.S. citizens. A mistake, an accidental target, or faulty intelligence could lead to an international scandal and lawsuits against their own government. And yet, despite the alarm of lawyers and the protests of members of Congress, the program continues to operate. According to sources, the document legalizing the deadly strikes remains classified. The administration asserts America must defend itself by any means necessary. But the question is increasingly being asked: where does defense end and power without borders begin?